About Jade Cargill?
Oh, that's the word on the street is that's the Evolution 2 match.
Wait.
That gonna be hurting.
That's word on the street.
Is
You done missed too many shows. It's been too quiet around here.
Evolution 2, that's happening for real?
That's what they say. That's the word. Atlanta, right?
I've heard 2 different dates in July and nothing confirmed.
I heard they got
there was a Fanatics thing that went out. Yeah, there was a Fanatics thing that went out that was around a certain date in July. I think it was July 12th or something like that in Atlanta. I don't know what's going on, but the other thing was there was a whole question about WWE is doing these a 5-match or 6-match pay-per-views. They're talking about Evolution being like 8 to 10 matches at some point because there's so many women on the roster that you could put on the show at some point, but there's nothing confirmed, right?
I think it's going to happen. It's a shame that Bianca may miss it. I think that's going to be a huge shame.
Oh, because she got that championship ring inside her finger.
Yeah, because of the injury.
The fingers.
I hope my good sister's healing. But here's the thing: if they do have a Charlotte versus Jade Cargill match, because Charlotte is under 5 right now, she got some real go away heat, and I have to acknowledge that. Do I think it's fair? No. But Charlotte will definitely be doing the heavy lifting in this matchup if it should happen.
He's not getting no response.
Why? It's the same night of y'all in. I mean, hey, that's what Will Ospreay was talking about. But this would definitely be a match in the near future. How soon is this match happening?
If it happened at Evolution, I think that's too soon. I think Jade still has some way to go. I think Evolution, with the talent that they have on the women's roster for NXT and main roster, I think that would be a pick. I would fly out for that one. I would fly for that one.
You could do all right. So there's the WWE Women's World Title, the WWE Women's Championship, the NXT Women's Championship, the NXT Women's Tag Titles, as well as the IC and the US titles. That's 6 matches right there.
Yeah.
You could probably put at least 2 legends, a battle royal. You could probably do 10 matches if you really wanted to, like a couple of non-title feud matches or something like that. You could do a robust card there based off of titles alone. Even if you wanted to put on the exit. Again, the conversation when y'all was talking about developmental and all that stuff had me thinking about LFG. There's a number of bring Tyra May Steele.
Yeah,
the real deal, Tyra May Steele. Patreon.com/Black Rasslin. We've been watching. I'm sorry, what you say, brother man?
I don't know. She ready for that kind of those
dark match.
Well, yeah.
Battle Royal.
Yeah.
You know, she ain't got to have a whole singles match or anything like that, but. Wait, Sean Tragedy, what's unfair to the women when you say that? What you mean? Or what are you referring to? I'm sorry.
That's her, G.
Who is that girl on Evolve? Who?
I haven't seen Evolve.
You have not. Kylie Ray?
That's Rosenberg and I'm sure.
Yeah, Rosenberg and Yamin.
Triple A women and TNA women.
There's probably
Cal use Yamin like Philly niggas use John.
Nah, for real. Yamin is anything and everything. Yamin used to have one specific definition at this point. I don't remember nothing. Callie Armstrong.
Cal was using it before. Cal was using it before Main Man too.
Who?
Yamin.
Yeah, because that's Bay Area. Yamin.
Yeah.
That's some Bay shit. Yeah. Shout out to Ben Cruz, peace to the homie. Gosh, what else is
WWE has a great women's division. I think that tag team match with Julia and Roxanne versus Rhea and Io was great. Julia,
on Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Julia is Julia is my baby mother. No shade. It's just I just like that lady.
Julia needed the right platform.
Yeah, I'm glad she a heel now.
Yeah. And she was supposed to be a heel from the rip.
She
Like
should have
that,
been heel from the rip. Yeah.
That when she was walking through the market in Philly and she had the fur on, I said, yeah. Dap said, oh, that's that bitch. And I said, yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it is. She's supposed to be a heel. Straight up.
But she was injured. They were like stopping with her debut, I think. And by the time they had her working as a face.
Put her in the fur, son. Put her in the fur. Let her do that.
Give her a Will Ospreay old clothes.
Yeah, not the tracksuits, but just the fur. Yeah.
No, that's the new clothes. That's the new clothes.
I think she definitely is a great heel, and I think that I like her as a heel. I like her and Roxanne together. Oddly enough, I like how they feel together.
I don't like
that. Be a rap though.
Yeah.
Am I the only one worried about them seeing Roxy as a great hand?
That's what it's starting to look like.
That's the Bailey syndrome, right?
It's what it fit the same thing, cuz.
Yeah. It's because Bailey's in that situation right now where everybody knows that if you put Bailey in the story, she could go. But because Bailey's not the flavor of the month, which is what we've been talking about this entire time. Like if they don't feel like it's your time to be on that Saturday Night's Main Event, on that and Netflix, on that USA Network, you're gonna be chilling right now. And we were having this conversation offline because I think, and I don't know who I took these words from, but at a certain point, Bailey is so nice, and it's so like, hey, this is what you want me to do? Bet I got you.
Nigga need a shooter with
she ain't shooting for herself. She needs somebody. She needs a Heyman. She needs somebody to step up and be like, hey, you're missing out on one of the premier talents while they can still go before they get to that situation where they need to be educating the next chapter. Like, because a lot of people thought that Bailey versus Roxy was next up, and then they cooled that off. And then it turned into Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, and then they cooled that off because Becky Lynch was coming back with this story. Like, Bailey's really and the story last year, Bailey won that title last year, and then that shit was dead. I hate to say it, but it wasn't popping.
I still think they see what it is with Roxy. I think they see what it is, seeing the way that they kept her down in NXT.
She been chilling for a bit, yeah.
She gonna be all right. They kept her down there because they needed somebody to carry the motherfucker. While all the talent, there was no talent there. Do remember
that? You know what? I forgot about that that recipe because we haven't seen it in a bit. Have we seen it since Cody? Who's the someone who went away and became a bigger whatever they were there and came back? Has anyone done it since Cody?
I think it was Drew. Drew was the example before Cody was the example.
Correct.
So yeah, I don't think there's anybody. I don't think there's been somebody significant. He was the biggest AEW to WWE transition, since this whole thing's been going on. So I don't think anybody's happened since then. But no, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because there are a great deal of really high level women talent under the whole total WWE umbrella, right? But that starts looking like the same problem we see with a bunch of folks is that everybody can't be them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be him. Even the niggas that they call him can't be him.
Sean Tragedy said go to AEW, Bailey.
No.
But I will tell you that Bailey will look more like a star to upper management if she's standing next to Sasha Banks. But that's a whole nother conversation.
She would never be on TV.
I think Toni Storm could come back to WWE and be a big deal.
She would be to the moon. She bump everybody.
She would have to get there before Mariah May.
Facts. Once Mariah May goes over there.
Yeah, but no one cares. Nobody cares.
I don't know if Mariah May is a nice look and everything, but they got Tiffany Stratton. I don't know if Mariah, I get what you're saying, Cal, and not Cal Math. I get what you're saying. And WWE has the ability to make somebody a thing when they want them to be.
And she want to be the thing.
But Toni Storm the character work that she's done, the wrestling matches that she's done, she has made herself so much more than just another blonde girl. She's made herself an anomaly. And like I keep saying, that timeless Toni Storm gimmick in WWE
would be phenomenal.
Would be amazing.
It's
the WrestleMania entrance now.
Is Toni Storm the superstar that Will Ospreay thinks he is?
Absolutely.
Because for me, I don't care about Death Riders. I don't care about a lot. Toni Storm had a 4-woman eliminator match that was not only set up her match for Double or Nothing next week, but also it continued whole storylines that's also going to be on. Like, Toni Storm is dope, and she's been dope for a minute. Mm-hmm. It's hard to think of somebody who's been, to me, a better character, better star over there in the last year.
Will forever be timeless. Yes, man.
Maybe a year and a half, because Mariah May started last January 2024.
Yeah.
No, and that was a storyline last year.
Mariah May is a good promo. I watched a few times when I was flipping the channels. I needed something to watch because I was bored.
She's not a Rhea Ripley wrestler. She's not a Charlotte Flair wrestler. She's good, and she was in Japan, so she knows how to. And I think that's the thing. Like, she's stiff and she's down to get violent.
Right. And I was flicking through the channels because I was bored and there was nothing else on TV, so I landed on AEW Collision, and I saw
that's shout out Vaughn. As a matter of fact.
And
you tried to keep it together.
I was trying to find something because there was nothing else on.
I was out of toilet paper and my finger just landed on the TV.
Right. So I looked at
oh damn, AEW.
Oh, Collision, this is still on. And I was like, who is this blonde-haired young lady? And it was Mariah May, and she was doing a promo, and I was like, oh, that promo was good, bitch. Mm-hmm. And then I turned the channel because I was like,
on that note,
I appreciate consistency above all.
No, 100%. You got to be you. No matter what you're doing,
shady, yo.
Please be you. I don't care what's going on.